Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So, as you may have guessed if you read the title of this video, right now, October 2020 marks the 10th year of me being fully vegan. I have to say, I don't know the exact date I went vegan back in 2010. I just remember around what time of year it was, and it was sometime nowish in October. So I'm going to celebrate this entire month as my vegan anniversary. And I'll share with you some of the things I learned along the way. Has it wrecked my health? Like people have been telling me the whole time, up until just like now, people are still saying this kind of nonsense. I keep asking them, when's it going to happen? And I'll also share with you why I went vegan. I don't believe I've ever made a video here in my 7-year YouTube span here ever really detailing why I went vegan. So I'm going to share all of this with you right now. So I just didn't go vegan overnight or anything like that. I was actually a vegetarian for a short time in the early 1990s, back when I was living at home, and I didn't know how to make food. I barely do now, but I was kind of dependent on what my mom was making, and she was kind of going along with it. But it didn't last for a while. But I remember the reason why I was attracted to vegetarianism back then. I have to say it was much harder to be a vegetarian then than it is to be a vegan now. There's just so many vegan products and restaurants out there. But anyway, the reason why I went vegetarian back in the early 1990s, same reason why I went vegan later on in life, is because I realized it was morally wrong to intentionally choose a lifestyle that necessitated animals being raised for slaughter and just killing animals for food when it's absolutely unnecessary. If you just could eat plants and not just get by but be healthy, it seemed like a no-brainer. Why would anyone intentionally choose to have animals die for them when you don't have to? It's just laziness or just some excuse why they couldn't do it. So I did it, but I told you I just couldn't stick to it that easily. I wish I tried harder back then. I guess I did, but like I said, living at home with my parents, I can relate to a lot of you guys that ask me these questions in the live streams and send us comments. I relate to your situation. Flash forward a few years later to around 1999. Me and Angie met and started living together, and she's already a vegetarian. So living with her, being that she makes the food and I want her to make the food, she's so great at it, I was pretty much a vegetarian too. A lot of the anti-vegans say, oh, the only reason why Ryan hasn't become deficient and all this stuff is all the meat stores in his body. No, for about 10 years before I went vegan, I was pretty close to a vegetarian. Angie remarked that she's never seen me in that entire time that we met from 1999 until I went vegan in 2010. I never went out and had a steak or anything like that. I was really eating pretty close to, vegetarian, just, having dairy basically. That's why I relate to you guys who are vegetarian and have trouble giving up cheese, It's tougher than giving up meat. Flash forward though to 2010. I finally came to a point where I said, no more excuses. 2009, I went vegan for a week or so, and it felt wonderful. I don't know why I didn't stick with it. And in 2010, I said, what am I doing? It's so easy to be vegan now. The foods are so delicious, and it's gotten even easier, and there's more vegan products now than there were back in 2010. I thought it was easy then. So I just said, screw it. No more excuses. I still firmly believe, as I did back in the early 1990s, that it's morally wrong to kill animals for food or clothing or any other purpose when you don't have to. You don't need to eat animals. You don't need to wear animals or use their products for anything. So I said to myself, if I really believe in that moral principle, I'm just going to start right now. I didn't write it down, like I said, but I started immediately, and I haven't looked back. So that's how I became vegan. So yes, first and foremost, I am an ethical vegan. That's what attracted me in the first place. However, the longer you stay, the more you learn, and the more reasons that you have to see that veganism is the right choice on all levels, you have no reason to ever quit. That's why I encourage people not to make fun of or attack other vegans that don't see veganism the way you have. Maybe they just haven't been in long enough and they haven't absorbed the knowledge that you have. For instance, I was attracted to veganism because I found it was wrong. I felt it was wrong to kill animals needlessly when you just eat plants. Like, who says, yeah, I love killing animals, that's so awesome. But the longer I stayed, I realized, it's actually really good for my health, which is a hunch I had when I started. You never really see doctors say, hey, you need to eat way more meat and then cut back on the plants. I already knew eating plants was going to be have benefits for my health. And sure enough, the longer I stayed, the more I became aware of the science, the research showing the healthful benefits of plant-based diets, such as the reduced risk of dying of the leading causes of death in the United States or the world for that matter. And the longer I stayed, I learned about the environmental benefits of eating plant-based, such as like a statistic you hear me say all the time, that the #1 source of greenhouse gas emissions worldwide is not transportation, it's animal agriculture. And the total for animal agriculture is more than all of transportation combined. So if you want to make an impact immediately without having to wait for governments to get their thing together, because we need to act now. Look at the California wildfires, the increase in hurricane activity. I'm just talking about the United States. You can go to Australia too and see what happens in their summer. The past few summers mirrors California. We need to act immediately. And going vegan, going plant-based is the most significant action you can take as an individual to help fight climate change. So 10 years into a completely vegan diet, has my health been wrecked from not having these nutrients that a lot of the anti-vegans claim that I must have, or else horrible things are going to happen to me. And they've been saying that for years, that horrible things are going to happen, my health's going to get wrecked, I'm going to deteriorate and all this crap. They were telling me that when I was 3 years vegan. They're saying, just wait till you get to 5 years, it's all going to fall apart. That's when it falls apart for everyone. Well, I hit 5 years and still doing great. 7 years ago, and wait till you hit 10 years. And now 10 years, I'm still healthier than I've ever been in my entire life. And I can prove this. I have blood tests from 1999, like, 20 years ago, basically, who is healthier when they're 53 than when they're in their early 30s? Usually your health gets worse, your LDL gets worse, you start being prescribed medications, you're diabetic, you're pre-diabetic. Well, the entire time I've been on YouTube, I've been putting my blood tests up here for you all to see. And as you see, I'm extremely healthy now. I'll put it here if you want to freeze it and scroll through it and try to find something wrong, have at it, but I'm not deficient in anything. I'm fitter than at any point in my life, and I can do things athletically now that I was never able to before I went vegan, back when I was in the prime of my athleticism when I was in my 20s. So after 10 years, my conclusion is that veganism is a triple win, a quadruple win. It's a win for the animals, it's a win for the environment, it's a win for your health, and it's a win for your fitness and athleticism. Going vegan will not prevent you from achieving whatever athletic goals you may have had before you went vegan. There's only good things that happen from veganism. I can't think of anything negative other than just societal things, dealing with family members that might give you crap, or just trolls on the internet that give us crap. Really, family members are cool with us. It's just people that like to make videos about how, oh, look at Ryan, he's been vegan all this time, and look how he's losing all his hair, and he's feeble and falling apart. Just nonsense. That's what I'm just frustrated at. People just making up a bunch of nonsense, trying to discredit veganism and lying about me. Other than that, it's been nothing but positive. So that's it. That's what I'm going to share with you. Why I'm vegan, why I've been vegan, why I'm going to be vegan for the rest of my life. I guarantee you guys, you'll never see me or Angie make some silly video at some point like, oh, I'm no longer vegan now because I feel like I needed to eat an egg for no reason, or I wrecked my health because I was fasting for 30 days every month or so. Anyway, you're not going to see that. If you want to see what we've been doing, if you're new to our channel, go to our homepage, watch the playlist that we created there for you to learn from what we ate in a day, Angie's recipe videos. You can check out our book, Angie's book, Keep It Carb Baby, which is just on ebook right now. We're all sold out of the print book, and she's been working really, really hard. She's about 85% done of the follow-up to Keep It Carb Baby. We'll have it out for you guys before the holidays, hopefully. No, for sure. I'm giving you my word. It will be out for you. So anyway, guys, leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know how long you've been vegan, if you just recently had a vegan anniversary, and if whatever you want to say to me about reaching 10 years vegan, awesome. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. So anyway, guys, thanks so much. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. And oh, by the way, thanks for all your support. We got a bunch of new merch and new t-shirts, not these old gray ones, but you'll see. I'll show you some images here of what we have available on our site. Just picked up a big order today from our local t-shirt printer. So anyway, thanks guys for letting us have this YouTube experience with you guys for all these years. Very grateful for that. All right, guys, so until next time, let's keep it carb.
When does the pain